Hello everybody and welcome to round 30 of 30 in the QuitFit British Touring Car Championship for 2023. It's the last race of the season. We're not even in commentary box A, we're in commentary box C at the moment as well. We're moving around massively, or at least I am. Josh T is going to be leading most of the coverage because in 20 minutes time I'm diving off to cover the Formula 1 Grand Prix at Qatar. But I've got to be here at least for the start because come on, it's a great race and it's a great title. Josh T, we've seen a great day so far. Everything been wrapped up in terms of teams, drivers, Jack Sears Trophy, independents. The only one we've got left is the constructors, and that's a battle between Ford and BMW. But the Nappers, very good position. The BMWs haven't had a good race today at all, have they?
Yeah, absolutely. Hello everybody as well. We're just seeing highlights of race 1 and race 2 and what a couple of races that was. Hopefully we will have the same in race 3, of course, reverse, and that was definitely a big accident, and the other Osborne in the mini race had a little bit of problems. But going back to what you were saying, Josh, yeah, it should be a good one, and we've got a timer, Josh, for 13 minutes and a half. So that would line up with the quarter 2 start that we were talking about. And there it is. Pick a number 9. It's not 12, which Ash Sutton has picked a lot. Jelly. But Stephen Jelly has been confirmed on pole. It was to be confirmed after some ride height issues with, I believe it was Bobby Thompson. But we're all ready to go. Are we going to get a grid walk is the main question.
That's the question, yeah. Because the one thing we've got to think about here at Brands Hatch is the 6:30 noise cut-off. And that also includes the post-race ceremonies of crowning the champions as well, which I don't know if Josh T is going to stay live for or we're going to air later on in the day after the Formula 1 race and come back on, do a bit of a post-show and wrap out the season. In all that regards, but at the moment we're looking at Paul O'Neill and Steve Ryder having a conversation. In fact, my picture's frozen on a very unfortunate image of Paul O'Neill, to which I'm actually going to take a photo of how it's frozen up here in the commentary box as well, which is quite funny, but at least it's still working on the secondary images we've got up here. So let's catch up then with Steve Ryder and Paul O'Neill, because Josh has got that ability. We'll go to the battle screen and we'll get ready, all set to go for the grid walk with Louise in a few moments' time.
Rush those things and it won't be maybe perfect. Starting from the back, it might be a bit of a difficult one, but let's see how he gets on.
Anyway, it's Alliance Racing with a 12-point lead in the Manufacturers' Championship battle at the moment. Ash Sutton's newly named team. Let's get down onto the grid. Let's join Louise.
Thank you, Steve, and welcome everybody to our final grid walk of 2023. I can't believe it's come to this already, as the sun sets literally and metaphorically on the season. And Stephen Jelly, you've got soft boots on your car, a clear road ahead. I mean, you just got to throw caution to the wind and go for it here, haven't you?
Yeah, very much so. It's everything's good. The car's been handling really well, so looking forward to getting on the soft tyre. And obviously it's my engineer Andy's last ever race in motorsport, so it'd be fantastic to give him a win to go out on a high.
And what would it mean to you to get the win here as well? Because you're not in the battle, or you're not one of the drivers who's nominated for the manufacturers battle. So is there ever going to be a position where maybe you would have to acquiesce to Jake behind you?
I mean, I don't take points off him, so I've just got to focus on getting away and staying far enough in front of him that, you know, and that's not going to be easy because Jake said, but, you know, Jake Hill, he's always flat out, so we will see. But I'm confident we've got the car underneath us and that I can do the job.
Have a good one. Be lovely to get some silverware for Andy. There he is at the front of the car. Right, let's go and have a word with Josh Cook. It takes a lot to put a smile on Josh's face. I'm hoping that the team, the lovely effort that the team have made with these amazing locks, is finally going to make Josh grin. Josh, the team have made a huge effort for you for this final race. You're loving it. You are smiling in there, aren't you?
I think it really suits them. Yeah, it was a bit of a surprise to drive up onto the grid seeing that.
A nice surprise, I'm sure. You pointed out to me, we had a little chat just before the race, and you pointed out that no independent driver has won, has had an outright win this season. So bearing in mind then that you're lying 5th in the overall championship, that is a mark of, I know it's been a frustrating season, but that is a mark of the success that you've had, isn't it?
Yeah, I think although we've not had that ultimate success of a load of race wins like we've had in previous seasons, we have been relatively consistent, you know, and sadly it's just been consistently sort of averaging that sort of 5th to 7th sort of area. Yeah, it's, you know, it's good to keep just consistently scoring points. Of course, 5th is not where we're aiming for, but it's nice to be the only independent sort of driver in amongst all those manufacturers and that championship standings. But that we can only just keep concentrating on the job we can do, and we're slowly making progress through the day. We've had a nice stable platform in race 1 and race 2 with the medium tyre, but we've headed straight into this. Obviously the temperature's a bit different now, we're on the soft tyre, we're not really sure what the balance of the car's going to be like. We've had to take a few little gambles based on what we've learnt previously in the year, but you know, as we've always said, this car is so difficult to get into a window, and with so many variables in the British Touring Car Championship, it makes it difficult to nail down week in, week out. And you know, I'm just desperate to get that win for the team, because you know, the results that we've got do not reflect how hard they've all been working, and especially, you know, the crew on my car. They've just been relentless, you know, and it's actually much easier to do your job when everything's going well and the car's quick and we're getting good results. But when we're in this lull that we've had this year and struggling to get pace out of the car, they've just done an incredible job. So I'll be doing what I can do to try and get that win. But of course, you know, there's a lot of cars around me that have got the same plan.
Fingers crossed, mate. Fingers crossed. Right, I'm going to go down now and see Bobby Thompson, who I'm hearing that there's been a little bit of issue with Bobby's car. So it's all looking quite calm around here now. Or maybe not. Actually, Barry is looking into the car. I don't know. Let's see if I can catch Bobby's eye. Maybe he's not able to talk at the moment. I think he's spending a... No, there's a lot of... yeah, he's good to talk. Okay, what's happening, Bobby?
Bob, I need you to keep the revs up, okay? Yeah? So when he starts here, I need you to keep the revs up.
This looks like we've got a bit of an electrical fault.
Huh?
Conking out halfway around the lap. I don't know if it's a hybrid battery or what, but yeah, either way, we're going to be down on hybrid even if we do make the race.
It's a little bit of well, panic's not the right word, but a stressful situation for everybody, isn't it?
Yeah, of course, yeah. We just wanted to round off a decent result for the lads today. 3 top 5s would have been absolutely incredible, but look, we'll see what we can do. Got a green light in front of me at the moment, so that might mean we're all right, but we'll see.
Fingers firmly crossed for you, Bobby. Hope it all goes well. Right, we are going to have a break now. When we come back, our final touring car race of the day will be getting underway, so we'll see you for that in just a couple of minutes.
Well, they may be going for a break as we come up towards the main comms box once more. Josh B joins me once again as we get ready for the start of the final race. Josh, it looks like you'll be able to call the grid, thank goodness for that, and the start of
I care about the
race.
end. I just want the start, just to say it, and just a couple of laps, and then I'll throw it back to you, and you can do all the rest of it. But I just want to be part of this last race of the season as much. And who gave us this stupid idea where Formula One crashes with British touring cars as well? And your pictures, you're doing great on them, but they keep failing for me, unfortunately. So I have got a backup image, but it is got the consistency of a 1970s ITV channel when the miners don't go on strike style, because it keeps just breaking up and going into a black screen. It's done it right now as well on a Olivia Rodrigo, I believe, advert as well. Is it Olivia Rodrigo? What's her name? It is Olivia Rodrigo,
Yes.
isn't it? He was the singer. Yeah, I thought so. I don't know modern music that much as well, and it's Taylor Swift as well.
Well, it's a good thing that I was a radio lead for a radio station.
Yeah, that's where it comes in handy, as I've not a clue on that one as well. And fingers crossed next year we'll be having a lot more better equipment. Next year, by the way, none of this running around. We're going to simplify everything so that every commentary box has the ability to do sounds, better pictures and everything, and better equipment. So everything will be much more streamlined in 2024. But this is the last sort of, I say last direct clash, but it's not, because it is actually going to be MotoGP's last ever round of the championship, which is going to have a direct clash. So it shouldn't affect us too much, because I'll just do it on Megan's laptop as per normal. We'll get another camera in by then, make sure everything goes great. But they are about to head off, I understand, on their parade lap as they come in. Carlos Sainz not taking any part in the F1 Grand Prix, apparently, just so you know, for fuel pressure issue. And it comes through. And I must admit to Josh T, I know he can watch the race alongside this main race on another screen, hopefully, so he's not going to miss too much of it. But we are getting ready for the final grid. And I must admit, it's a much comfier chair at the moment. It's a full leather chair we've got here.
Yeah,
well, I love my grid. I love my GT Omega chair, but this one, it's just it's a nice laid back one as well. It's quite comfy. It's like I'm sitting in a office chair in a psychiatrist ward. Probably the best thing for me at the moment. Well, after today, anyway. I'm detracting because it's Stephen Jelly on pole position. For the first time in a long time I can remember here at Brands Hatch, we are in a bit of sunshine for the final race. No clouds or rain in the air. Beautiful sunshine as well, and a setting sun to set on the 2023 QuickFit British Touring Car Championship. And away they go on the formation lap. Stephen Jelly on pole position as well. The Napper's going to be alongside him as well. That's going to be, I believe, of Dan Rowbottom. So there's going to be a lot to look forward to going into tomorrow. Here's the starting grid then. It's Stephen Jelly on pole position on the soft tyres. Dan Rowbottom is second on the mediums. Row 2 sees Josh Cook on the softs, the same as Jake Hill. Row 3, Bobby Thompson on the mediums, the same as Ricky Collard. Row 4, Dan Camish on as well in 7th position. He's alongside Tom Ingram, both on the mediums. Then on row 5, our champion Ash Sutton. He's alongside Dan Lloyd, both on mediums. Row 6 sees Aidan Moffat. He's on mediums, the same as Tom Chilton. Row 7, Adam Morgan and Dexter Patterson. They're on softs. Row 8, James Gunnell, medium. Mikey Doble on soft tyres as well. Row 9, an impressive 17th for Jade Edwards. She starts on the mediums. Andrew Watson on mediums too. Row 10, Rory Butcher alongside Holstead. Holstead on soft. Daniel DeLong softs. Osborne on mediums. Gamble, Taylor Smith. Gamble, medium. Taylor Smith soft on row 12. Row 13, Colin Turkington, medium. Ronan Pearson on softs. And row 14, Michael Crees. He does not start this race due to issues. He is out, and will not part company in 2023.
Yeah, well,
take a breath there, Josh. Wow.
Here we go then. We are ready for the start of the end of the 2023 British Touring Car season. And what a season it has been. From its lows to its highs, it has been a roller coaster season, and it has had one of the best touring car races in British touring car history. Definitely the best race of this era.
I've got 7 minutes in this broadcast. That's what, 2 laps maximum when they get back round? That is so unfair to leave you for the rest of it, Josh. So I do apologise a lot to leave you for the last race of the season. So I want to take this opportunity on the formation lap to say thank you to everybody who's watched us in 2023 for the QuickFit British Touring Car Championship. It's been an absolute delight that, with the help of the entire team, and really the entire team, to bring you every single on-track lap live in 2023 across the practice, the qualifying and the races. Everything has been live. It's the only series that we've been able to do that for you live every single session, and it has been an absolute pleasure, and I can't wait to do the same in 2024 as well. Thanks to the trackside commentators, Josh, Omi, Jess, Nick, Adam, Megan, and everybody who's been on the broadcast, Tom as well. It's been an absolute pleasure as well, and Omi as well for doing the races, and thanks to you, Josh, as well for going trackside a couple of races this year. It has expanded our coverage, and honestly, just quickly as well, the coverage you did at Silverstone, fantastic. Race 2 was brilliant.
And yes, I am planning to get to 3 races, well, 3 rounds of the touring car season next year, and definitely the media day. Anyway, Josh Cook lines up onto the grid. Hello. And well, Josh Cook, no independent driver has won an overall win this year. Can he do it? Starting from 3rd, Stephen Jelly is on pole, Daniel Rowbottom alongside. Round 30, and for the final time this year, it's over to Josh Roberts for the start.
They are all lining up on the grid then. 2 by 2, Panic Hill Bend is lining up. It is round 30 of the 2023 QuidFit British Touring Car Championship. It has literally been a blast around the entirety of the UK and one stop off over in the Scotland as well at Knockhill. It's delivered us 29 fantastic races. Minus a few at Snetterton maybe that weren't that exciting, but Brands Hatch delivers. Silverstone delivered. Is the last race of the year going to deliver? It's literally all fair in love and war. Round 30 of 30 of the QuidFit British Touring Car Championship is under starters' orders. Lights out, away we go for one more time, and it's a good start. It's a poor start from Rowbottom. It almost looks like he blows up, leaving down towards turn number 1. A lot of smoke, and straight into turn 1, Stephen Jelly gets away. Rowbottom's going to have a little bit of a dive bomb there, as I think that's Bobby Thompson who's tried to look through on the inside line coming into turn 1. Jelly leads, taken up into second position goes Jake Hill, and it's Aidan Moffat making his way up into third position. Great start.
And that's Aidan Moffat spinning as well.
Oh.
Contact at the back, that's one of the Toyotas. Thompson again punting Camis off the road. Thompson is definitely in a battle. He's side by side now going down towards 30s.
And he's going to break late as well. They're all three of the nappers trying to get in a bit of a way there as well as they come through. No sign of the safety cars.
Oh.
And there is Moffat with a broken front right suspension. His final race of the year ends on the opening lap as they come down through Pilgrim's Drop towards
Safety
Hamilton.
car.
And there's Hill. Safety car's out. Well, that spoils everything then. Safety car deployed, and as it's Hill getting ahead there for second position before the boards came out, and that is why, because Moffat can go no further, and the safety car in all three races gets deployed, and Hill has actually let Moffat, who's in second position? Josh Cook, thank you. So it's Cook who's let back through into second position. There's my TV pictures finally stabilised. So Cook's gone back through on the inside line, but I think Hill should be given that place back because the safety car was called, and Cook's gone ahead, sort of out of position.
Well, thank you, Joss, for calling that half lap of racing. Definitely saves me from doing the start. But, well, absolutely insane start. Chaos, and some more chaos. You can see the safety car waiting at the sector 1. And, well, we're definitely going to have a couple of laps added on. Well, Josh, quick overview of the start. What did you think about it?
Very good start from Josh Cook. Very good start from Jake Hill. Extremely good start from Stephen Jelly. We don't often see that from him, as they're going to go to an ad break. So I know you're going to put on the trackside commentary. So there's a lot of action still going. There's a lot to go in. I think Collard Collard overtook at the start as well. So he had a great getaway. But my eyes, Stephen Jelly, looking really good. So I'm going to say thanks to you, Josh, and I'm going to say thanks to everybody. I'm going to disappear out, and I'm going to hand over to Josh for the rest of the touring car race. I'm off to Formula 1.
We
Bye-bye,
press this button, and there we go. Flag history, safety car for 1 minute and 40 seconds. Thank you to Josh, and we will see you later on. So, well, what a chaotic start that was. We're under safety car due to Aidan Moffat. Michael Kreese, of course, not starting this race. So 26 starters, 25 are currently circulating. Lap 2 of 15, and it's definitely going to be a good race. And Druids, exit of Druids has been quite an action zone, and on your race control messages, start of car 32 will be investigated post-race. So Daniel Rowbottom, who had an absolute terrible start, that will be investigated after the race. We don't normally get investigations after the race in British touring cars, but, well, we are getting one here. So as you can see on your driver track, a safety car just coming down the Brabham Straight now. Look how far back Turkington is. He's all the way down in 20th, of course, after his incident in race 2, which I believe involved Michael Kreese. That's why he hasn't started. Ronan Pearson and Rory Butcher was involved in an incident. Not that incident, though, as it was just Turkington, Pearson and Kreese in that incident, hence why Rory Butcher is so far back. Stephen Jelly, an absolutely amazing comeback after what happened in race 1, him going into the back of Mikey Doble, sending Mikey Doble hard into the wall on the exit of Sterling's, and that caused a safety car as well. Well, they're coming up towards Druids now, and that's where the car is, on the exit of Graham Hill Bend. Let's have a replay. This is the start, I do believe. Jelly on the lead and Cook pushing Hill round the corner, but there's the contact. There's Moffat spinning. Who contacts him? That's Collard, and it's Mikey Doble again. Mikey Doble hasn't had an absolutely terrible last weekend. Mikey Doble hitting the front of Aidan Moffat. Front left for Mikey Doble goes into front right of Moffat, and there is Aidan Moffat walking away. And what a shame for Moffat, as he gets a bottle of beer or booze or something alcoholic. I can tell you that for a fact, as we momentarily lose TV pictures up here in the commentary box, but we will get them back. Here we go. Here's a replay of the start now. Look at Camish and Rowbottom, and Osborne has started this race, by the way. He is in 19th after his incident, his massive incident in race 2, which sent him hard into the wall at Paddock Hill Bend. Well, here's Ingram. His start had a good start, as the timing screen just refreshes to the left of me, and the two nappers really working together on board with Sutton, door banging with Tom Ingram. They're having a bit of fun right now because of the championship is all done and dusted, and Camish got sideways on the entrance to Graham Hill Bend. Of course, that was caused by Bobby Thompson barging his way through, and Tom Ingram massive door banging. And we've just got the notification that the safety car will be in this lap. So safety car in this lap then. End of lap 4, start of lap 5. We will get, how many laps will we get added on? I believe we will get 2 or 3, probably 3 laps added on, but yeah, still on board with Ash Sutton. As soon as the safety car goes out, there's the safety car boards to the left, and they all slow down. So it's Jelly, Cook, Hill, Collard, Rowbottom, Thompson, Camish, Sutton, Ingram and Lloyd, the top 10 as we go towards the safety car restart. And that was massive wheel spin there from Rowbottom. Something definitely went wrong with that car. And start of cars of 32, we already knew that, but Morgan will now be investigated post-race for his start. Well, here we go now. Jelly backing up the field through Dingledale. The safety car's already left him, as you can see on your driver tracker, going through Sterling's now. Jelly caught back up to the safety car, still gonna back him up, wait for the safety car to go into the pit lane, still backing him up. We're now on the exit of Sterling's, going down towards Clearway, still backing up, a lock up from Ingram behind. When will Jelly go? When will he put the pedal to the metal? When will he drop the hammer? We're under the bridge now into Clearways, and now he's gone. He has gone. No, he has not. Jelly doing a false go, and now he puts the pedal to the metal right on the last corner. That was very late, and Josh Cook has stayed with him. Josh Cook gonna have a look. Hill defending from Collard. That is very close indeed. All single file. That's Dan Lloyd getting on the dust on the inside. A bit of dust being kicked up there on the inside. Cook round the outside of Jelly. Round Druids, can't do it now. Going to look down the inside, and now the number 18 of Dowd and Leon will be investigated after the race for a start. Here is Sutton trying to go around the outside of Camish into Surtees. Can he do it? Yes, he can. He's got his other teammate of Daniel Rowbottom in front. Green flags flying then on lap 5 of 18, and a massive slide there from one of the Power Max cars. I believe that was Taylor Smith, as we come down Pilgrim's Drop, up Hawthorne Hill into Hawthorne. And now, side by side for the lead, Josh Cook round the outside. Hill just behind Josh Cook. Jelly goes wide. Josh Cook side by side through Dingle-Dell, side by side to the lead. Josh Cook into the lead now through Sheen Curve and nearly loses it, does Josh Cook. He is absolutely flying. Is the number 66 of Josh Cook. If he wins this, he will become the first independent driver to win overall here in the 2023 season. And that was a chaotic first lap after the restart. My voice definitely hurting. And there is Aaron Taylor-Smith, who has got a broken rear right suspension, and I saw him go sideways. Here we are now on board, and he has a tap with Turkington. So Taylor-Smith into the side of Turkington at Surtees, and that breaks Taylor-Smith's rear right suspension. So Taylor-Smith is out of it. Down the Cooper Straight, Collard getting on the dust a little bit on the exit of Graham Hill Bend, and I'm going to go to the battles screen quickly so we can try and fix that timing screen for you on the screen, just as the restart has now happened. But hang on a minute, Jelly on the inside of Cook. Jelly was on the grass going into Hawthorne. Jelly, an absolutely incredible move. Josh Cook trying to get past around the outside of Westfield, now on the inside through Dingle-Dell, side by side, wheel to wheel. Cook on the inside into Sheen Curve. Hill, is there contact? Yes, there is. Cook back into the lead. Jelly down the inside of Cook into Sterling's. Can he do it? No, he cannot. That was incredibly close there. And I believe the timing screens have maybe gone down because there's some data on the battle screen as well which has gone wrong, so we'll try and fix that while the battles commence. But Hill under pressure from Collard, absolutely incredible running from these guys out on track, absolutely amazing. Lap 7 of 18, so the 3 laps have been added on, and that's Collard pushing, I believe, Rowbottom out wide. So Rowbottom comes back, hits the back of Collard, debris goes flying, and Sutton is round. Sutton is round. Sutton is hit from the back, and he just saves it, but has debris on his front grille. So does Chilton. Meanwhile, Jelly round the outside of Cook for the lead, but we're looking at Camish and Lloyd further back. Cook still has the lead. Jelly round the outside of Westfield. Absolutely amazing move there, and it's 3 wide for the lead. Hill on the grass, 3 wide for the lead into Sheen. Is this going to be contact? Yes, it is. They still are all on the track, but Hill from third to first in this absolutely amazing move. We're going to go to ITV4 so I can fix these issues and get my voice back a little bit.
It'll only wind you up. There for second place, Jelly versus Cook come up towards the line, and Cook it is on the inside. He's going to go back through, but Jake now, having, if you like, been released, is storming away, isn't he?
Yeah, he's got soft tyres on that car. They're up to temperature. He's going to be very fast indeed. Jelly on the hybrid, using the hybrid coming up the hill. Good place to use it, but it doesn't get back past Cook. So a great situation for Hill.
It's all got a bit messy. It drew into the 4th place, but Ricky Collard was through, and back on the inside now goes Rowbottom to retake the place. So Rowbottom heading that next pack. What can they do, if anything, about the top 3? He's been in the back of Collard once. Now Ricky has a go at Robo. Works more drama there. We've got Bobby Thompson in trouble, losing places, damaged car. And there's another one that's just pulled off, heading up towards Surtees as well. Rowbottom then really under attack. Bodywork flies. Rowbottom, Collard, Ingram, Dan Lloyd's in the middle of all of that as well. There in the Cupra, and at the back of it all, Dan Camish, this is the move for the race lead. How about that?
Absolutely great. I have absolutely no problem with track limits. Let them race. Let them race, I say.
This was
Well, that was absolutely amazing indeed. Timing screens have fixed themselves just a little bit of a refresh. Well, I say that they're mostly fixed. But lap 8 and Hill has got a and Thompson round. Bobby Thompson is round and he's spinning his wheels on the grass. There's contact with the barrier. There's an air barrier off the wall. So will that bring out a safety car? Now whereabouts is that? I believe that's on the exit of Sheen Curve as well. There's debris on Paddock Hill Bend. That's Turkington going wide. Morgan on Camis, and there's a spin in the background between two cars. That's Gamble, and I believe that's the number 99 of Jade Edwards. What an amazing weekend gone wrong for Jade Edwards. Such a shame. Here's an instant replay of it. Gamble locks up and just tags the back of Jade Edwards. What a shame. And we have got a safety car once more. Jade Edwards, broken rear right of the car, and the safety car has been deployed once more in this race. Now, time for me to get my voice back, as that was an absolutely incredible British touring car race. What a shame that Josh cannot be with us because of the Formula 1, pardon me. But we're halfway in this race. Under safety car, of course, we've already had the 3 laps added on, so we will not have any more. Safety car out, lap 9 of 18. Your top 10 being Hill, Cook, Jelly, Rowbottom, Ingram, Collard, Lloyd, Camish, Morgan and Dexter Patterson in 10th place. Wow. Jade Edwards has made her way back into pit lane, so it's just George Gamble's car which needs to be retrieved. And Dan Camish has already used all of his hybrid. Here's a replay of what happened with Ash Sutton. There's contact. Wow. There's contact between Tom Ingram and Ash Sutton. Tom Ingram, there was contact, or was it Max Chilton? Sorry, Tom Chilton that caused that. We'll have to have another angle of that. We're on board with the Bristol Street Motors, side by side with Collard. Rowbottom right into the back of Collard, and that was very close to the barrier for Ash Sutton. Absolutely incredible racing here from the British touring cars, and we've been going for 16 minutes already. And, well, they still got to crown the champion after this, and we're going to be on a quick off, and we will crown the champion in a special show that we will be doing later tonight. So keep an eye on the YouTube for that. Make sure to subscribe and turn the notification bell on so you know when we go live. It's not just the British touring cars that we cover many more series, including Formula 1, Formula 2, Formula 3, IndyCar, all the MotoGP, Moto2, etc, etc. And new race distance, of course, 18 laps, but we've been under safety car for 17 minutes. That's not right. I can tell you that for a fact, that we have not been under safety car for 17 minutes, nearly 18 minutes. So let's give that a little refresh and scroll down. There we go. That's a little bit better. We've been safety car for 11 minutes. That's much better. Lap 11 of 18 then as they come across the line. There's Colin Turkington. He's also been in the wars this race. He's down in 14th, up 11 the same as Pearson up 11. They were both involved in the same accident, race 2, but Camish only had 3 laps of hybrid. He's used all 3 of them. Ingram hasn't used any of his 2 laps, and Turkington hasn't used any of his 8 laps. And Chilton had contact with Sutton, as Chilton has pulled off the track and is behind the barrier. But safety car is in this lap, so we're going for round 3 of this race. So just before we get for the start, let's have a check in with ITV.
Their own team in the past, but looking to see where he might place Aidan next year.
Lots of questions as to where Josh Cook may go as well, and he at the moment is in 2nd spot, and a race win to round out the season would be a pretty good calling card for next year. So
well, here we go then. We come up to the main commons box. Hill in the lead, Cook behind, and then behind that is Jelly. We're through Sterling's now. When will Jake Hill go for the 2nd safety car restart, our 3rd start to this race? We're through Sterling's now. Exit of Sterling's. When will he go? He's gone now. And we go under the bridge. The safety car has exited and is in pit lane. And we are green once more as we start lap 12 of 18 of the final round of British touring cars this season. Lloyd gets onto the gravel on the exit of Clark Curve and just saves it. And this is Collard battling Ingram, who is just behind. That would be Daniel Rowbottom in that napper. Collard looking down the inside of Ingram to Druids. Can he do it? No, he can't. Down the hill in towards Graham Hill Bend. And we're all clean for now, but it's the British touring cars. Don't expect it to be clean for much longer, as we're up through 30s onto the GP loop now. Down Pilgrim's Drop towards Hawthorne. An absolutely amazing corner. Camish looking round Collard. Ingram looking round Rowbottom, and side by side further back, that's Doble on Darrell de Leon, and gets the job done before Hawthorne. Down through Westfield now, then through Dingledale and up towards Sheen Curve, and that's where I believe it was Thompson. He made contact with the barrier on the exit of Westfield, and there's Darrell de Leon making a move on Doble. That was close, and Doble is off the track with 3 wide with Doble, de Leon and Turkington. De Leon down the inside of Turkington, an incredible move at Clearways. He's got some talent. There's Darrell de Leon up in 12th place, an amazing move. As now we come down towards Paddock Hill Bend. Over on the inside of Turkington, there's contact. I'm surprised Turkington didn't spin there. They're still side by side. Doble pushed wide. Doble goes round the outside of Turkington at Druids. Can he do it? No, he cannot, but I don't think he'll be behind that car for much longer, as that was an amazing move. We're nearly at the end of the 2023 British touring car season. We're on lap 13 of 18. The current top 5, Hill, Cook, Jelly, Rowbottom and Ingram, who has still not used any of his hybrid. Sutton hasn't used his single lap, as we've got Butcher looking down the inside of Ronan Pearson through Hawthorne. That was a brilliant move down towards Hawthorne. Now Westfield, that's Sutton on Pearson, and gets it done before the braking zone. Now down through Dingledale, then up the hill towards Sheen Curve. Now we go. We've had a couple of incidents there, and now we're on board with the person who tried to deny Ash Sutton with that 4th championship. Tom Ingram, well, champion last year. Ash Sutton champion this year. Who will be champion next year? Will it be Ash Sutton or Tom Ingram, or will it be someone else? We will have to see in 12 months' time. But we still got to end this season before we even start thinking about next season. But Napa have already been thinking a lot about next season, and that's a lot of black and white flags. That's Turkington, Jelly, the 37 of Collard, Doble, the number 18 of Darryl DeLeon, and Nick Halstead, all black and white flags for track limits. And this is Ingram up the inside of Rowbottom into Surtees. Can he get it done? No. Rowbottom instantly on the hybrid to try and break away from Ingram, but Ingram is staying with it. Dust kicked up. Was there a car round on Surtees? We'll have to see. I don't think there was, just a car very wide on the exit of Surtees, and Rowbottom keeps the position over Ingram. But will he keep that position in the coming laps? We will have to see. Darryl DeLeon up 10, Turkington up 13. Here's a replay of, I believe this would be Ash Sutton. Yes, it was, down the inside of Butcher and trying to get down the inside of his teammate Osborne, and Osborne was the driver to create all that dust at Surtees. We stay green for now as we come across the line. Start lap 15 of 18. The laps are counting down for the end of the season. Adam Morgan looking round the outside of Dan Camish, and a little bit too far, and that was Adam Morgan taking way too much curb, nearly, was on two wheels, nearly flipping it on Paddock Hill. And Gamble, Thompson and Moffat all out of this race. Edwards as well. So Edwards, Gamble, Chilton, Thompson and Moffat all out of this race. Crees didn't start this race as well, so he did not start. There's the flag summary just below me as Cook is using his hybrid. Ingram all over the place on Rowbottom. Ingram round the outside of Rowbottom into Hawthorne. That was a very daring move from Tom Ingram. Now he's going to be looking down the inside through Westfield. Now through Dingledale. Tom Ingram really wants this 4th place, but Jake Hill, he's on track to win, but if he makes a mistake, Josh Cook is right behind him, and if Josh Cook wins this, he will be the first independent driver to win overall this season in round 30 and the final race of this year. Well, we've got 3 laps to go as Hill crosses the line. Josh Cook is out of hybrid for the rest of the race. That's a dive bomb manoeuvre from Ingram on Rowbottom down the inside of Paddock Hill Bend. Ingram locks up, but he makes the move. An amazing move, massive lock up, tons of smoke into Druids. Is a car off at Druids? I don't think so, just a massive, massive lock up in towards Druids for the driver in front of Ingram, who would be Jelly. Stephen Jelly, massive lock-up into Druids, it looks like. Rowbottom trying to get back through Ingram. Meanwhile, Collard trying to get through. Ingram looks around the outside, then dives straight down the inside in a massive dive bomb manoeuvre to get that position. And there was contact from Tom Ingram. An absolutely amazing, amazing move from Tom Ingram. And, well, wow is all I've got to say to that move from Tom Ingram. Well, Cook, Camis, DeLeon, Butcher and Watson in the top 20 have all used their hybrid. Uphill is on his hybrid, so is Jelly as they go towards Clearways and Clark Curve to start the penultimate lap of British touring cars in 2023. Here we go then, as Hill crosses the line. He's got the fastest lap, black and white flag for 33 of Morgan and the 77 of Osborne, as Collard still looking down the inside of Rowbottom. Collard, by the way, also just run out of hybrid for the rest of this race, but Sutton down 5, all the way down in 14th after that incident, as Morgan gets into the back of Camish, turns him a little bit sideways, and now he looks down the inside of Graham Hill Bend. Can he get it done? No, he can't. Morgan runs really wide on the exit of Graham Hill Bend. Collard flashing the lights furiously at Rowbottom, and Morgan straight up the inside of Camish. I think there was a little bit of contact there, but this is the battle to be watching. Hill has a 1.8 second gap at the end. Patterson dropping, so has Camish, as he's out of hybrid for the rest of the race, as I said a little bit earlier on, just last lap time round. But Hill coming into home now, coming towards the Indy Loop to start the last lap of British touring cars in 2023. What a season it has been. Here's a replay of Collard going round the outside of Rowbottom, then switches to the inside mid-corner, and then Morgan gets straight through Camis, and Lloyd capitalises on that as well. We start the final lap. Ash Sutton flashing his lights to Doble, who has just run out of hybrid, but the final lap of British touring cars in 2023 is now. Shout out to Gornall, who is in 19th as well in the 180, but Hill a significant gap to Josh Cook, and Jelly just behind Josh Cook as well, as the sun sets on the Brands Hatch Grand Prix circuit. What an amazing October day it has been. The weather has been absolutely amazing, to say we are in October, but it's not over yet, as Morgan in the slipstream of Collard with hybrid on. He goes down the inside, but we cut to Jelly, who's looking through on Cook for second place. Cook has no hybrid, Jelly has. We look further back to see if that move has been done. Morgan on Collard. Lloyd down the inside of Morgan through Dingledale. But we cut to the leaders now. Jake Hill, an absolutely amazing race. The final race of 2023 British Touring Cars, and what an amazing season it has been. Here we go now through the final corner. He flashes his light. Jake Hill is your final race winner of 2023 in the British Touring Cars Championship, and Cook comes home second with Jelly, and here comes Ash Sutton, your 2023 champion. He comes home in 13th and gets Doble at the line side by side. Absolutely incredible from Sutton. Well, there is the end of the 2023 British Touring Car season. Hill, his door open, waving to the crowds. He had the fastest lap as well in the Laser Tools Racing with MB Motorsport entry. Josh Cook so close to getting the win. 1.278 seconds it was recorded as at the line. If he would have to win, it would have been the only independent driver to overall win. Let's quickly go through the full results, and then we will send you over to the Formula 1 at Qatar, and we will have a special show later on, so make sure you have notifications onto that so you know when that is happening. But Hill wins over 1.278 seconds to Josh Cook. Stephen Jelly in third, Tom Ingram in fourth, Rowbottom fifth, Collard sixth, Lloyd seventh, eighth Morgan. In ninth was Dan Camish, and rounding out the top 10 was Colin Turkington. Patterson in 11th with an amazing drive from Darryl De Leon in 12th. Your champ Ash Sutton in 13th, and Doble in the 14th position. Butcher rounds out the top 15 with Pearson, Osborne, Watson and Gornall in 19th. An amazing drive from him. Halstead rounds out the top 20 with Taylor Smith one lap down, and then not finishing Edwards, Gamble, Chilton, Thompson and Moffat. Well, that puts an end to the British Touring Car season in 2023. Ash Sutton wins the championship with 446 points, 46 the gap at the end of it. He will be crowned now, but later on we will have the special show and the Manufacturers Championship at the end of it. Alliance Racing / Ford gets 802 points and wins it by 4 points to BMW. Josh Cook, the Independent Drivers Champion, and the Independent Teams Championship is One Motorsport with Starline Racing. I've been Josh Turner. Earlier on was Joshua Birch, but go join our Formula 1 coverage and enjoy that race. I'm going to pop over there and I'm going to have a break. So that's the end of the 2023 season. We will see you in 2024 when the British Touring Car returns. See you then.